Hello and welcome to another episode of Erongo Talk. I'm your host, Iréne-Mari van der Walt, and I'm joining you today from Villa Maji in Swakopmund. Over in Walvis Bay, my colleague Leandria Lowe will be chatting with Monique Damon, who is a beautician from the harbour town, and then I will be bringing you the news, weather and tide, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. And now for today's news. In a first story, the Deputy Minister of Works and Transport, Veka Nkundi, officially opened a NATA's office in Arandis yesterday. Nkundi said that the realization of the office marks a significant milestone for the ministry, the Arandis Town Council, the Roads Authority, and more importantly, the people of the Erongo region. As part of the government's policy to bring services closer to the people, a need was identified to introduce NATA services to Arandis. The arrival of this office thus signifies an addition to the development and growth of the town, he said. The building belongs to the Arandis Town Council, with a section housing the NATA's office being leased to the Roads Authority as the principal agent of the NATA services countrywide. The Arandis Town Council in particular played a major role in facilitating the realization of this office by availing office space and also going further by undertaking minor repairs to the facility, he said. Before the offices were set up in Arandis, the community in the area had to travel approximately 60 kilometers to and from Swakopmund to access NATA services. Going forward, people will no longer have to travel to Swakopmund for over-the-counter services, as they will be able to access those services right here in Arandis, he said. Although the inaugurated facility is not equipped to provide all examining functions for vehicles and drivers, it will cater for a number of essential services. These include registration and licensing of vehicles, annual renewal of vehicle licenses, renewal of driving licenses, and testing and issuing of learners' licenses. There are currently 2 staff members stationed at the facility, with more personnel to be seconded from Swakopmund in due course. The Arandis Registering Authority will also have its own vehicle license mark. Nkundi encouraged residents of Arandis who currently have vehicles registered at other registering authorities to move their vehicle registrations to Arandis to increase the vehicle population for the Arandis Registering Authority. In other developments, he also highlighted activities planned for the Erongo region. The Ministry of Works and Transport has bought a piece of land in 2018 at Karibib, valued at about $600,000 to relocate the current vehicle and driver testing functions from the old Nampol testing ground, he said. Nkundi said that the plans are in the pipeline to construct a fully fledged vehicle and driver testing station at Karibib in future once funds become available. Before the end of this year, we will open a NATA's office in Henties Bay to offer over-the-counter services such as vehicle registration and licensing, learners testing, and driver's license renewals, he said. Nkundi said the ministry's aspiration is to have fully fledged vehicle and driver's testing facilities countrywide. In our quest to fulfill these aspirations, we will continue to construct new vehicle and driver testing centres, as well as upgrade existing centres in all corners of our country to ensure effective and efficient service delivery, he said. Nkundi appealed to the public to always do the right thing by applying for NATA services through the correct procedures. He also warned to be wary of scammers outside of NATAs. Then, in a second story, the Erongo Law Enforcement Sports Association will host the 5th edition of the Law Enforcement Sports Tournament at the Jan Wilken Sports Stadium. The event, which highlights mental health, takes place over 3 days, with the Minister of Defence and Veteran Affairs, Mr. Peter Villa, attending the opening ceremony slated for the 28th of October. The Minister will conduct a parade inspection and deliver the keynote address. Other dignitaries in attendance at the opening include Erongo Governor Neville Andre and Walvis Bay Mayor Emmanuel Wilfred. Matala Diedrichs will present a talk about mental health. Action on the first day of this year's tournament includes a veteran soccer match at about 1:30, a karate and kickboxing display at about 2 o'clock, and volleyball matches at about 3 o'clock. ELISA Vice President Charles Muka confirmed the teams from the Navy, Air Force, 125 Battalion and NAMPOL will engage in friendly fire on the pitch. Due to the COVID pandemic, we decided to limit the participants this year. For example, correctional services will not participate this year. 2 volleyball teams, 5 soccer teams and 2 netball teams will, however, be in action. The competitions will be contested on a league format, he said. NAMPOL is the defending volleyball champions, while Navy won both the soccer and netball competitions at last year's event. Muka said that the tournament aims to bring law enforcement officers from various towns in the region together in a bid to strengthen ties, promote sports and build team spirit. And that concludes your news for today.
With me here is Monique Damon of Monique's Beauty Parlour here in Walvish Bay. How are you doing this morning, Monique?
I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's always lovely having such beautiful people here on Erongo Talk. Now, Monique, you finished school in 2016? And she has her own business, Monique's Beauty Parlour. Like that's amazing already. Now, Monique, just please tell us about Monique's Beauty Parlour. What is everything that you do here?
Okay, so basically I specialize in beauty therapy. So it includes the facials, body massages, waxing, manicures, pedicures. So it's just a whole treatments to treat people, to make them feel better, and also just to help them with the whole wellness of themselves. So that's what I do.
Wow. And then Monique, you operate from home. How cool is that? Tell me, how did you come about establishing your own business, Monique's Beauty Parlour?
Yes. I always knew that I wanted to start my own little business and that I want to work for myself. So I told myself, let me just start at home and then later I can expand into maybe a mobile spa or operate from a different location. So this is just the start of Monique's
Aha, nice. Yes. Then Monique, I follow you on Facebook and I recently saw that you introduced eyelashes.
Yes.
Please tell us about those eyelashes.
So basically, I've been working on having my own brand. So that's where I wanted, because I'm in the beauty industry. So I just wanted to start with a beauty cosmetic products such as the eyelashes. And then I would like to start also on my lip line, like maybe a lip gloss so that's just part of the whole beauty therapy thing. So there's just also a way to market Monique's Beauty Parlour. Exactly. That's why I started the eyelash brand.
Wow, that's amazing. Now you've designed the eyelashes yourself, or how does it work?
So basically I have suppliers that supply, so I just tell them what I'm looking for. So there's different types of sizes, so it depends on the client. So if you want a dramatic look or a fire look or just a natural look, that's all up to the client. So I have different sizes that the client can choose from. So
that's amazing. And Monique Beauty Parlour has been operating for how long now?
It's been a year now. We started last year, and then this year everything just started going very fast. But then COVID-19 came, everything just slowed down for me. But then I just stayed positive, and yes, I'm operating now again. So that's good. Yes.
Cool. That's so lovely. My goodness. 22-year-old business owner.
Yes.
Did you always wanted to be in this line of work?
Yes, when I started the whole modeling career, I told myself, since modeling is also kind of like you need to take care of yourself, then I was like, no, let me just also start the beauty therapy. And there's someone that really inspired me to become a beauty therapist and also a model at the same time. So I was like, if I'm a model, I can then treat myself, I can do my own facials, I can do my own nails. So that's where everything just started. And I really have a passion to work with people and just help them. I've been helping a lot of people with the body massages and stuff like that. So I just have a passion to work with people in general. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Now please tell us a bit about your modeling. I know you've had a few titles as well. Tell us, where do you see your modeling going further?
So at the moment, my business, Monique's Beauty Parlour, comes first, and then the modeling for now is just part-time. So I recently have been selected to take part in the MTC Windhoek Fashion Week this year. be on the runway this year in December.
That's
so I've
amazing.
been doing it this year will be my 3rd year. So hopefully one day in the future I would also like to do Miss Namibia. That's also part of the plan. But yeah, that's also one of my passions and what I love to do. So definitely seeing myself going far as well in the modeling industry. Yes.
That's amazing. Sure. And then some of the titles that you've won, I've known you participated in Miss Teen Warfish Bay, or was it Miss Warfish Bay?
Yes, so basically I did, my first pageant was 2016, that was Miss Teen Walvis Bay. And the same year I did Miss Long Beach Namibia as well. Yes. And that one I won Miss Long Beach. Miss Teen Walvis Bay was first runner-up. I was grateful for that opportunity because, you know, at first you are a bit nervous and stuff. So yeah, that's also stuff. But then I scooped the Miss Long Beach Namibia title, and in 2017 I did Miss Walvis Bay, and that one I also took, so I was also grateful for that one. Yes.
No, that's amazing. Now, Monique, tell me, when it comes to running your own business, what type of skills do you need to do that?
Yes, you definitely need to have the love and passion for it, you know, because if you don't have that, you won't be able to give your best in it. And I believe you need to know how to work with your client. You need to understand your client, their needs. You need to have good listening skills. That's really important. Yes, and just the customer service, that's the most important for me. Just providing and giving my best every day with every and each client that I see. I need to make sure I give 150% in everything that I do. But that's basically it. And you need to be friendly. Yes,
exactly.
Yes, you need to be friendly. You need to smile the whole time, and just, you know, that's basically it. If you have a love and passion for it, everything will just go perfectly for you. Yes.
Ooh. Now and then finally, Monique, what advice do you have for other young ladies out there who's not sure, they want to be a beauty therapist, they want to start their own business? What advice do you have for them?
You know, just like I said now, you need to have a love and passion for it. And if you do have that, just start right away. Don't say, you know, I'll start later. Do it now, because you will only know how things will go for you. Just start now. Challenges will come your way, but just push forward. Be positive. Just stay working hard and all that, and everything will work out for you perfectly. Yes.
Cool. Thank you so much, Monique.
Thank you so much for having me.
And now for your weather and tides. The coastal town saw low tide at about 20 minutes to 8 this morning and expect high tide at about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Low tide expected again at about 5 minutes past 8 tonight, and low tide expected again at about 2 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are expecting some good catches today, with your best fishing times ranging from about 2:30 to about 3:30 this afternoon. Walvis Bay saw sunrise at 19 minutes past 6 this morning and expect sunset at 13 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 21 degrees Celsius with a south-southwesterly wind prevailing at a strong 22 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. Swakopmund saw sunrise at about 19 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at 12 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 18 degrees Celsius with a south-southwesterly wind prevailing at about 17 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 13 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. Henty's Bay saw sunrise at about 21 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at 13 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 18 degrees Celsius with a southerly wind prevailing at 15 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. Moving inland, Aranda saw sunrise at about 18 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at about 10 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 29 degrees Celsius with a southwesterly wind prevailing at 13 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 12 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. Usako saw sunrise at 16 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at 7 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 37 degrees Celsius with a southeasterly wind prevailing at 13 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 19 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 35 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. Karibab saw sunrise at 15 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at about 5 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 36 degrees Celsius with a south-southeasterly wind prevailing at 13 kilometers per hour expected for today, and for tomorrow a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Lastly, but definitely not the least, Omaruru saw sunrise at 15 minutes past 6 this morning and expects sunset at 5 minutes past 7 tonight. A maximum of 37 degrees Celsius with a southerly wind prevailing at 13 kilometers per hour. A minimum of 17 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius expected for tomorrow. And that concludes your weather and tides. And that unfortunately brings us to the end of another episode of Erongo Talk. It was lovely having you with us today. So if you want to find out more about the stories discussed earlier and so much more, you can check out our website at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. And if you want to get in touch for advertisements in our holiday supplements, in our pages, on our website, on our Facebook page, or you want to let us know what's happening in your community, you can get in touch at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. So until next time, please stay safe, please stay healthy, maintain your social distancing, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.